Hi, everybody. My name is Kathy Ann, and I suffer from neurogenic thoracic outlet syndrome. And thoracic outlet syndrome is a group of conditions where there's compression on the nerves or the blood vessels from your neck to your shoulders into your upper chest. And mine is only left side, and I get pain in my neck, sometimes along my clavicle, scapula, and occipital headaches that are only on left side. And I get some weird arm sensations and finger sensations as well, and arm pain. So I have bought so many products that I hope will help with my pain. And I've come to show you what I've bought and what did and didn't work. So you can either try them or not try them for yourself. So thoracic outlet pain is extremely painful. Some people cannot work. It can feel deadly at times, like it's so bad that you think that you could die. And it feels like sometimes you're having a heart attack. The pain is excruciating, burning. Sometimes you just have to go lay down for the rest of the day. It's horrible pain. And so one of the things you can do is use a heat pack. And I didn't buy a heat pack. I just filled a sock up with rice and I put it in the microwave for about 40 seconds. And then most of my pain is scapula and neck. So I'll put it behind me and sit my heat pack, or I'll put it on my neck. And quite honestly, heat doesn't relieve any kind of pain for me. It doesn't make it particularly worse, but it doesn't do anything for it. I'll put the heat pack on. Sometimes I'll stretch my neck muscles, or I should say I stretch them every day. And I'll put the heat pack on my neck for like 10 minutes before I stretch, just to make the muscles more pliable. But as far as heat relieving pain, it doesn't. And ice packs, ice doesn't relieve my pain either. Actually, it makes my pain worse. So I don't do ice packs. But I hear that ice does help people, but it makes my pain worse. So along those same lines are these creams and sticks and gels that people buy. This is Deep Blue. You rub it on your painful areas, and it's supposed to, I guess, use a cooling sensation to relieve your pain. Well, it doesn't. So you just have pain with a cooling sensation. So this didn't work for my pain. So I bought a different one, and there's so many different brands of these cooling gels, or these gels that have like cayenne pepper in them for the heat and the cool, and they don't work. Basically, you have the pain, but the feeling of this gel on you. So didn't work. Heat patches. So I bought a box of these, and you peel them off, and then you stick them where you hurt. It doesn't work. Not for me. So you just have this heat patch on with pain. And so I started moving on. I went to magnesium foam, and you got to try it because you're in such pain. But basically, you pump the foam on and then you rub it where you hurt. It doesn't do anything. Not for me. So that's the magnesium foam. Another thing I bought is this tool. It's a scraping tool. It's used in gua sha. So I had this done to me in physical therapy. The therapist did this to me at the end of my session, and I thought it helped. I thought it helped so much that I bought this tool so I could use it, or my husband could use it on me. And so basically, you take the tool, and I hurt here. You take it and you scrape, and you got to do it kind of hard. And sometimes you can break the blood vessels. You'll get like a big red mark with these dots of red. And it just brings, I guess, the blood flow to the skin. So you rub it where you hurt, the scapula. And it's supposed to help relieve the pain. And yes, I have gotten relief from this. I don't get relief from this anymore. I'll do it every once in a while. If it's a really painful day, I'll just kind of get in there and dig. But it could be worth it. It could be worth a try. They're pretty inexpensive. I've actually seen these at Five Below. Not this one. This is a metal and it has heft to it. But I have seen these. I think they're made out of quartz at Five Below, and it may be worth a try for $5 to give it a try. I usually try things for about a month, and if they don't work after a month, I'm just like, it didn't work at all. More things that I bought are this thing. I saw it at Five Below. My kids love shopping there, so I'll walk around. And some people think that thoracic outlet syndrome could have something to do with bad posture. We're all different. We all have it for different reasons. Mine's whiplash. Some of us have genetic anomalies and other things going on, and you just have to find what's right for you. But this is something you lay on like this, and I thought maybe laying on it would maybe help my posture and help relieve the pain. But really, it doesn't really relieve anything. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with laying on this. It might actually be beneficial, but as far as my thoracic outlet pain or solving my thoracic outlet problem, this didn't do anything. Another thing I bought is this lobster-looking thing. And so it has these bumps on there, and I think they're supposed to hit pressure points. And you lay on it flat like this, and it's supposed to, I guess, hit pressure points and help relieve pain. It doesn't for me. Basically, I just lay on something that's super uncomfortable, and then when I get up, I'm like, I wasted time laying on something super uncomfortable. I did not find this thing to work. So I bought this. So in physical therapy, the therapist had me lay on a cranio cradle, and it doesn't look like this. It has this 3 prongs like this, and you lay on it, and I guess they press into your occipitals and part of your upper spine, and it's supposed to relieve your occipital headaches. And so I think they had me lay on it about 10 minutes at the beginning of physical therapy. It did not get rid of my headaches. Basically, I just lay there on that thing and got nothing out of it. But because I'm so desperate, I thought I would try a different version of the cranio cradle, which is this. I got it on Amazon. And it's the same thing. You lay on it, put it in the crook of your neck, and you lay on it. And it's supposed to, I guess, hit pressure points in your occipitals or your neck and relieve your occipital headaches, maybe neck pain. So the verdict is it didn't do anything for me. I mean, maybe it could help you. Again, I have neurogenic thoracic outlet syndrome. Maybe you have something different. But for my neurogenic thoracic outlet syndrome, occipital headaches, this did not work. Another thing I bought is this thing. So you can take out the air by pushing a button, and you wrap it around your head like this, and then you put it on like this, and there's another strap that goes like this. And the theory behind it is you have lost space in the discs in your neck. So this is going to help create more space, because if you lost space between your vertebrae, it could be crushing a nerve. So then you pump it up, and it's supposed to lengthen your neck to create space between your vertebrae. So the only thing it really does is it looks stupid, and it doesn't feel good, but it doesn't really do anything else. So this was a no-no for me. But I did take it to my trip to Poland on the flight to Poland, and used it kind of as a pillow, because of my neck pain. My neck wouldn't be flopping around if I fell asleep in my seat. So in that regards, it helped. But as far as my thoracic outlet syndrome pain and symptoms, this did nothing. Another thing I bought, and I bought this at the beginning of my injury, and I was actually told not to use this. It's a cervical collar. So I had whiplash, and that's how I got my thoracic outlet syndrome. And the doctors told me, do not wear a cervical collar. And I looked it up on the internet, and some say do wear it, some say don't. I think I should have worn it. I think it would have helped because with whiplash, you shouldn't be moving your head around. You should be stabilizing it. We already had a vacation planned and we had to drive in the car, and the vibrations of the car, subtly move your neck. So I wore this in the car when we drove, and I still wear it. And this one, I actually bought two. The first one was really rigid, and it like cut into my chest and like dug into the under my chin. And so I returned it, and I bought this one. The width over here is slightly smaller because not everybody has like a really long neck and stuff, and it's really foamy and squishy, so it's not restrictive, but it does hold everything in place without being really uncomfortable. And I'll wear this at the computer if I'm going to sit there for a longer time, and it just keeps me from doing like, sometimes I find myself doing things like this or like this, or sometimes I'm looking at the screen like this, and it just keeps you from moving, keeps your neck in place. So I bought this and I still use it. I think it was a good buy. I've gotten so much use out of it. And they say not to wear a cervical collar too much because it weakens your neck muscles. But if moving your neck around or you keep your head cocked to one side like this, that's no good for you. So if you think it's going to help you, give it a shot. Something else that I bought, and I've bought a lot of these, but I'm going to show you this one, is pillows, because with thoracic outlet syndrome, it's hard to get comfortable. You have this burning scapula, you have this neck pain, and you got to find a comfortable pillow. And I've had my pillows for years and years, and I love them. And then after my injury, I just couldn't sleep on them anymore. So I bought this one, and it's kind of dense. Okay, it's not super soft, but you lay on it, and it has this curvature that fits in the crook of your neck. So you're getting this support all in your neck. So you lay on it like this, and you can see its shape. And then I lay on my side so that your hand can go here. It doesn't have to. But that's the throat behind it. But you could also do this way as well. This side is a little higher than this side. And because I sleep on my side, I need it to be a little lower. But so I sleep on this part of the week, but it's so dense. It could feel like you're sleeping on a brick after a while because, you're laying down for 8 or 9 hours, and, keeping your head on something for 8 or 9 hours, it can get pretty hard if it's, especially like this. It seems squishy, but it actually is pretty dense. So I'll use this pillow a few days a week, and then I'll switch to my softer pillows because actually just the other day I woke up and I realized I had slept on my back. I'm a side sleeper. I slept on my back, and the foam, I guess, was really hard on my head, and I ended up with a headache at the base of my skull, and it's just now going away. It lasted for about 2 days, and I switched back to my softer pillows. Got to find the right pillow. I thought that one was a good one. I got that off of Amazon. I think you can search cervical pillow. Another thing, I went to medical massage today, one of the best things I've done. So I have kinesiology tape on. So she taped me up. And that's something they did to me in physical therapy too, was I had a winged scapula. And so she would tape my shoulder up. And so that's another thing you can try is kinesiology tape. I don't own any. They'll do it I don't go to physical therapy anymore, but she did it to me today to see if that'll help my posture. And I don't think my posture is that bad, but it's worth a try to tape yourself up. I don't know. It would be hard. I think it would be hard to do by yourself. And I think you'd have to learn the right technique, but it's out there. So it's this kinesiology. It's really sticky. I actually took a shower with this on as well, and it stayed. But I didn't buy it, but they do use it on me sometimes. But one of the best things I bought, I saved for last, and it's this thing. It's a little tiny neck foam roller thing, and basically the thought behind it is people like me, have spondylosis, and that's the loss of the curvature in your neck. And it showed on the MRI that I had that. And one of the things I bought was this, and it's to help restore the curve, the natural curve back in your neck. And you lay on it for about 20 minutes a day, and it's supposed to help. So my posture is not bad, and I don't have like one of these humps on my neck. Sometimes they call it like nerd neck and stuff. You get it when you're like looking on your phone all day and you're playing your game, or you have a job where you look down a lot. You could lose the curve of your neck. I don't think this will hurt you. Actually, it would probably be good for everybody just to lay on this for 20 minutes a day and just what I do is I deep breathe. So through your chest, out your mouth. So sometimes when we breathe, we kind of breathe shallowly, and then we breathe through our neck muscles, which are our scalenes. And what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to breathe through our chest and breathe out. And sometimes when, for whatever reason, you're breathing, you're activating your scalene muscles when you breathe, it can aggravate your scalene muscles. So laying down on this, helping with your neck curve, and focusing on proper breathing, I mean, it couldn't hurt you. It could only really help you or do nothing. So that's what I do. 20 minutes is kind of long for me. So I'll do like 10 minutes and 10 minutes later, and I'll put it behind my neck, and I'll just breathe in my chest, long breath out your mouth. And I'll do that for as many times as I can before it starts to get annoying. And then I will just deep breathe naturally just to breathe better and to restore the curve in my neck. And I'll do my postural restoration exercises on here too, because some of them are required for you to lay down. And they'll have you like roll up a towel and put it under your neck. And you can totally roll up a towel, but I bought this because I don't want to have to roll up a towel to the right size every time, when I can just get this, lay it behind my neck, and do it. So this is one of the better things. It hasn't relieved my pain, but I think it helps my breathing better and helps with the curvature of my neck. And there are other things you can buy, and I didn't bring them up here. You can Tylenol, ibuprofen, your doctor can prescribe painkillers, and muscle relaxers. I find muscle relaxers work for me. I rarely ever take them. I will not take ibuprofen. I got stomach irritation from it, and it was so bad, I decided I would never take ibuprofen again. Tylenol, I rarely ever take it. Pain meds, I don't take at all, but they're all options that are accessible for you to buy and use. So these are some of the things that I've used, and I hope that you will find the right thing to help relieve your pain. And I hope that my reviewing all these things that I bought help you. Bye.